So, I saw a video today on TikTok of this young man, African American, saying how he wants to go to Africa to find a wife. And he said all this after watching Tyler, our beautiful sister from South Africa. And he's like, you know what? That's it. We just need to go to Africa to find wives. Audacity. Anyway.
Right off the bat, it's crazy how she turned a compliment into an insult. It's not like this man said we need to go to Africa to find some hoes. Choose your battles wisely, ladies. Y'all see what we getting into today? We have an Americanized African woman who's gonna tell us men what we need to do and what we need to know if we wanna get women in Africa. I'm very curious to hear what she has to say. What knowledge does she have that she wants to impart on us American men seeking to be with African women? Let's get into it.
Me, being African, I was raised in Africa and I was also raised in the United States. So I have experience from both continents, okay? And let me tell you something. If you are an American man who thinks that going outside of the United States is where you will find a good woman, a good wife, because American women ask for too much. The ladies out here, man, they're just materialistic. Let me tell you something. It is worse. It is 1,000 times worse than what you think back home in Africa, at least for the country that I was raised in and the culture that I was raised in.
Well, tell us what country or culture that is so we'll tell men not to go there. Africa is a continent. It is not one country. I will tell you that the women in Kenya are just more pleasant women, period, even in terms of having a general conversation.
Because here's the thing. African women, African young girls, we are raised to literally know that the man is the provider. In fact, a lot of African women don't even go to work. Their men are the ones who go to work and just bring the money home for the wife to budget. And if you think the women here in America are asking for too much, in fact, go to Africa. No, go get married. Because the way African young girls are raised, we are raised with so much knowledge.
Let's address this whole thing about American men saying that American women are asking for too much. What American men are saying is that American women are not just asking for them to be a provider. They saying, you can make six figures, but I want a man that has a college degree. I want a man that has the 3 6s. Now it's probably like 4 6s. 6 inches, a six pack, 6 feet tall, 6 figures, right? So men are saying, hey, some things are out of our control, okay? We can't control the 6 inches, the 6 feet, and a 6-pack is like, yes, you can control if you got a 6-pack or not, but it's at the end of the day, it's not a reason to be married or not be married to somebody. There are a lot of superficial standards that American women have that have nothing to do with being a good husband, that have nothing to do with building a family. They're superficial standards. Women want you to be Tupac with a degree. And this is not something that just American men are saying. Let's be clear. This is also something that Lori Gottlieb discovered and talked about in her book, Marry Him, where she speaks about women wanting men to check off more than 80% of what they want in order for them to feel satisfied in their relationship. Meaning that women in America have standards that are so high that very, very few men meet all of those standards. You know, why this conversation even matters is because we actually do need men and women in America to start coming together as families and to get past all the superficial stuff that people talking about on the internet.
About family, friendship, how to deal with lives. So when families in Africa see that their daughters have gone through so much learning and they have become knowledgeable of life and marriage and all those things, they know the value of their daughters. And they say, you know what? Any man cannot come and marry our daughter for free. He has to pay a dowry. And that's why a majority of African cultures, before a man goes to take the daughter to marry a woman, he has to pay the family a dowry, an appreciation. And dowry can go from money to cows and goats, to even building the girl's family a house. Yes, and it's all to show appreciation to the family of the girl, that thank you so much for raising such a beautiful and wonderful woman who's gonna be the mother of my kids. So, the system works differently. The United States, after living here for almost 10 years, I've realized that here, men just take for free. And I know this might be triggering and or insulting some people, but it's the truth. Men in the United States are used to taking things for free, especially from women. They expect, well, I'm just gonna go date her, have sex with her here and there and use her, and then we'll just be in a relationship. It does not work like that in Africa. It is worse. You cannot take someone's daughter for free like that. You have to impress her and the family, most importantly. And in some cultures, like my own, if you have not proven yourself as a man that you have the resources to take care of someone's daughter, guess what? Even the family has the right to take you to court, to police, and say, we brought this man, he wants to take our daughter for free. Or if you've already taken the daughter without paying the family a dowry, they can say, he stole our daughter from us. Without any appreciation. And guess who is gonna win the case? The family of the girl. So to any American man or any man worldwide who wants to marry a woman in Africa, use your common sense. You have to be very, very strong in your masculinity to know that I do not expect my wife to work if she doesn't want to. She can or she cannot. My position as the man in her life will not change whether she works or not. My position is to provide for her. So my brother, you want to go to Africa to find a wife because they're much more nicer, let me tell you, they come with the most costly, how do I say this? And this is not like a selling your daughter type of thing. No, the families are not exchanging their children for money and possessions. No, it's simply the man giving to the girl's family in appreciation of receiving a wife. He who finds a wife finds a what?
It's funny how everybody knows scriptures when it's beneficial to them. If I had to sum up her video in one phrase, it would be broke niggas stay away. That's basically what her video was about. How she keeps emphasizing being a provider, being a provider, being a provider. But at the end of the day, I just want to address the elephant in the room that she's an African woman speaking on American issues. And there are nuances that I don't think she understands because this is not her culture. For example, a lot of American women see work as freedom from a man, and a lot of American women choose to go to work, and a lot of American women have college debt. And so right now, as Americans, we are in quite a conundrum. On the one hand, we telling men that they should be a provider. On the other hand, we basically want to use men as a scapegoat for the fact that a lot of women have put themselves in a position where they cannot be provided for. And now they want to be provided for, and it's sort of too late because of their age, because of the amount of debt that they have, because of their attitude. Based off everything she said, she didn't really give a lot of insight into her culture. To me, she just made her culture sound like you got to be a provider, you got to be a provider. Right? She spoke about some good things in terms of how women are raised and things of that nature. But, you know, I didn't hear any appreciation for the man. But in most traditions that have a respect for marriage, there's an appreciation for the bride and the groom. Hey, gentlemen, but what I want you to keep in mind is this. When you deal with women and women are telling you the things that they want and they giving you a list of things you have to comply with, it simply means that they don't like you like that. That's my take on this video. It was a lot of things that she said to me that were either half truths or not even true at all. And I just think that women need to focus more on being women and promoting good things instead of always jumping out there, making themselves less attractive or saying things that's going to detract from themselves. I don't really know what she stands to gain. Like if men was running over to Africa with money, she just stopped them mid-tracks and made them go to the Dominican Republic and made them go to Thailand and made them go to Singapore and made them go to Vietnam. Stop running niggas away. say things to men that make them want to come. Anyways, if you like this video, I got another video where I look at passport bros going over to Africa and what their experiences are in Africa. All right, click the link below, check that video out. I'll see y'all over there. Peace.